Well, I have come out to the park where I made my very first video explaining what I'm doing with this channel. It's been a nasty, rainy day. We've got a little bit of time here without any rain. And I wanted to come out here and try a couple of things with the equipment I've got. The one thing that I didn't bring was the Manus-Pod Z. I have instead, I'll show you in a minute, but I have the little selfie stick tripod that I showed in yesterday's video, and you can see that I have on the microphone because I am going to do some video work away from the phone, and I still want to be heard. So let's get started. I don't know if my microphone is picking that up or not, but I am surrounded by cicadas, and they all seem to be coming from over here. So I mentioned that I am using this today, little tripod, selfie stick tripod, rather than the Manus-Pod Z. And I'm going to show you why. So I can hold this up just like this. This is totally collapsed. I have it close to my face. I get a pretty good close-up of me as I'm walking, but I can also, just see if I can do this while I'm videoing, I can also put it out here where I can get a much wider view and be able to see all of my surroundings. And that's especially good when I'm trying to film slow motion, because in slow motion, you want to see all of the things around me. So let me show you what I'm talking about. You can see that we have gotten a little rain. So typically when you're shooting slow motion, you don't want to be looking directly at the camera. You want to kind of give it a feel that you are looking elsewhere, and the camera is just kind of following your motion. And it's really nice to be able to do that with all of as much as possible. I could even do it if I turn the camera around backwards so that the cameras are facing me instead of the screen. I could put it on the 1/2 lens and get a really wide view, but I'm not going to do that today. The last time I was here, this was an empty hole. I think it's rained. So here's where I have my other toy. Let's say, for instance, that I want to video myself down there. Typically, and I have my camera set up really not on a good spot, so I'm hoping it doesn't fall off. But typically, I have to start the video and then video myself walking all the way down here. I want to make sure my camera is not falling off yet. Walking all the way down here, turning around to video whatever it is I want to say. When it's over, I have to walk back. And then when all that's said and done, I have to go in with this really long clip and edit it down to almost nothing. And that's why I bought this. This is it's a remote shutter control. It works for both photography and for video. And so now I can walk wherever I want to walk, click the button, start talking. And when I'm done, I can just click the button again and I'm finished. One of the reasons I like to get shots like this when I'm filming is because, especially if it's a relatively long talking point where I'm describing something or, talking about where I'm at or what I'm doing, in post in DaVinci Resolve, I can put it on a zoom so that as I'm talking, the video is getting closer and closer and closer to me. Give it just that little bit of movement that makes the clip maybe just a little more interesting. I'm going to turn it off now. That remote shutter switch, I got it basically really thinking that when I'm in Scotland with the family, I can set my phone up on a tripod like this and actually be in the picture when we take a picture of the family that's there, various spots around. And then on a whim, I tried it on the video as well. It still works. It also works in other camera and video apps, so it just works. And so when I am trying to film pieces where I'm like walking past the screen, I have to start the video, walk away, walk across, walk back, turn it off. Now I can just go where I want to start it, walk across, turn it off. I've just got this little tiny clip, and it just makes editing that much simpler. And trust me, when you're trying to make a video a day, simple editing is key. So that's it for today. I just wanted to kind of try out this new tripod, the selfie stick kind of tripod. Works for phones, GoPros. I could put my Pocket 3 on here, do the same thing. And I wanted to try out the remote control. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be a nicer day, and hopefully I will actually get out and do something that looks like I'm actually doing something. We'll see. See you tomorrow.
Well, today's video was really more about still trying to sort of get used to the tools I'm using. And I'm going to tell you, this little remote control right here, this is going to be a game changer for making videos on the iPhone. With the Pocket 3, the microphone itself can turn the recording on and off. But with the iPhone, you need something else. So this little remote control does a really good job. Now, the one thing that I did notice, and I'm just going to grab these two things here. So today I was using, something I'll drop that. I was using this little piece right here that just pulls out. It's not very long, but it's just long enough. But what I did notice is that because I had the phone in sort of perpendicular here rather than at an angle, when I would hold it out, my arm was in the video, and that's distracting. And if I would angle the phone a little more, then I could hold it more like this, and then my arm is not so drastic in the video. That's one of the nice things about using the Mantis Pod is as you're using it, you can sort of just make it into this little shape that will allow you to hold your arm down lower and get the video without you actually, seeing this part of your arm extended. Little things here and there, just kind of tweaking, getting by, seeing what's going on. And again, I've even put a comment on the screen in the video. Why I did slow motion backwards, I could not tell you. And I suppose I could have ran that in reverse and made it look like I was going forward. And now that I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, why didn't I do that? But anyway, that's where we're at. So tomorrow we're going to go downtown for a little while, and we'll get some video down there, and we will see you then. Thanks for watching.